You don't have what you want to have because you are not willing to pay the price. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you are not there where you want to be. Why is it that you don't have the things you want to have? But when you look at other people, they seem to have it. All the things you desire to have. It is because you are not willing to pay the price you have to pay. And I'm not talking about the work and the time you have to put in certain things. I talk about something more, not so obvious maybe, but something that will block you or slow you down. I'm talking about the things you have to lose first before you can win. And the first thing is, on your way up, when you grow in your self-development, in your persona, when you get more real and true to yourself, when you change, in order to sustain this state, you will lose friends. You will lose some friends. And this is a process which can be very hard. Because once you change, once you outgrow your old self, maybe even your environment, people start looking at you differently. They might judge you, they might reject you. And they're not doing it because they are necessarily bad people. They do it because there is a mismatch suddenly, there is a misalignment. Like, for example, I have two very good friends of mine. I know them for years, like years. The problem with them is like we are not meeting as often as we used to. We're not talking as often as we used to. We're still kind of in contact, like we meet once every few months to stay in contact, but we're not actually involved in each other's life. Why is that? Because over time we outgrown each other. They have grown in one direction, I have grown in the other direction. And none of us is wrong for that. Like, we have to grow. It is important to grow. But still, there is a misalignment suddenly. I am here and they are here. We are not matching as we used to. And this can be very painful, especially when those are friends you know for years. Those might be your best friends, but those things are happening, and it's hella painful. But you have to deal with it. Other people might be just envious of you because you are growing, you are having these personal successes, and they're not. They're still where they are. They're stagnating, and some people might even like sabotage you, judge you even more. And honestly, like, I don't think that those people are actually your friends. Like, those people who start to sabotage and judge you and try to get you down again after you start to grow, those are just like people you know. But those are not actually your friends, because when you actually have friends who actually care about you, they won't try to put you down even though they might feel uncomfortable. They will let you grow or even support you in it. I have a great quote I saw recently. People who have something to give because they earned it will give it to you. Those who have nothing will just try to steal from you. And that's the point. Like, people who actually have achieved something, have something to give into the world, they will give it to you. They will give it to you. People who have nothing, who are empty, who are like envy of you, jealous, sabotaging you, they want just to steal from you because they don't want to see you uprising. As I said, not necessarily because they are bad people, because they have just their own internal struggles and whatever. So you will lose friends because of various reasons. This is painful. You have to deal with it. You have to try to look forward. You can try to take them up with you, but this is not guaranteed. You will try to get people up with you, but maybe they don't want this. Maybe they have another way they want to go. And this is completely fine. So this is something you have to deal with it. This is the one big price you have to pay. I had to pay it. As I said, the example with those friends is just one, but I lost friends as well. I have no contact to some people I used to have contact with and who used to be my friends. But the other thing, which is the biggest price you have to pay, in my opinion, is you have to lose yourself. And by losing yourself, I mean you have to lose the old version of you. The old version of you is gonna try to survive when you grow, when you're outgrowing yourself. Your old, the fire of the old version of yourself is getting is diminishing until someday it is gone. But your old past version wants to survive. It is like you have an onion, and when you peel the onion, you peel one layer, the next layer, and so on and so on. And every layer, imagine that every layer is a version of yourself. And the more layers you peel off, the closer you get to your core, to your heart, to your real self. And of course, like when you peel down one one layer, one skin of the onion, it's gone. It's not at the onion anymore. So this is the same with your old self. Your old self wants to stay. It wants to stay, and it will reappear over and over again in your life through past memories. Suddenly, past people are appearing in your life. Things trigger you. You feel stuff you haven't felt in ages because you thought you have outgrown it. Your old self will come back. It will try to regain power. Not because it's bad, but because it's afraid to die. The problem is, we don't want our old self because our old self is holding us down. Our old self is what causing us problems. So we cannot give it power. When it reappears, when suddenly there is something in our mind, when suddenly there is something that triggers us, we cannot give it power. We just have to acknowledge it and say, okay, this is my past self. This is just a trigger, just a reaction. I let it pass and I go on with my new self. You know, the way to grow, the way to peel off every layer and get to your core, to your heart, it is like shooting a missile, like a rocket, you know? When you shoot it, it's not that this rocket is going in a straight line directly to its target. Actually, the rocket is flying and constantly moving around, constantly moving like going another way. But when the rocket sees that it's moving into another direction, it instantly readjusts back. Bam, 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 bam. It instantly readjusts back to where it wants to go, and then it hits the target based on that. Bam. And this is exactly what we have to do. When our old self comes back, when there is something from our past that triggers us, when something happens where we leave our way, leave our center, we have to readjust. That's what I mean by if your old self is coming back, if there is some painful memory coming back, if there is some emotion, see it. See it and acknowledge it. Okay, this is some past trigger. This is something from my past. It is there, but now I'm readjusting again. I'm moving forward. This is the way. And let me tell you this. This is a painful process because your past self will come back over and over again in different ways, in moments you don't expect it. And it is a painful process because, as I said, your old self doesn't want to die. Of course, it doesn't want to die because this is comfort, this is familiarity, this is everything. And sometimes it might feel like you are actually like completely losing yourself, in a sense of that you are not in control anymore, that you are not aware of stuff. But the truth is, you are just rebuilding yourself. You are replacing your old self for a new, better, upgraded version. So it's not that you are killing your old self, and by killing your old self, you are completely killing your personality and you're completely like left with nothing. It's not like that. You are pleasantly telling your old self to leave while you introduce your new self, the better, upgraded version of yourself. That is the point. You are just you're replacing. You're not throwing away one and you're left with nothing. You are replacing. And brick by brick, you're building your new identity, your new self. Those two things are the things you have to lose first. If you are able to lose friends, people you used to know, and especially if you're able to lose yourself in order to build something new, you already have won. You are on the exact path to get to your core and to live according to your heart and be actually yourself and be free in your life and dictate your own internal world. So, are you ready to lose?